Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It's cold here, you guys. It is cold. On Saturday, it was like 85 degrees. It rained in the beginning, a little bit of a drizzle, and then it got hot. The sun came out, sunshine, and it was in the 80s. And when I woke up this morning, Monday morning, it's 38 degrees. 38 degrees from 85 to 38 degrees. You guys, we don't even get a fall. We just go straight into winter, and we'll have a few days of this mess and it'll get hot again. We have crazy weather here. And it's been raining. We need the rain really bad because our lakes are all dried up. The lawns, everything is all dried up. So we've got a torrential rainfall, which is good, but it's bad because we have some kind of leak in our on our roof, and it's leaking in between the walls. Have you ever had that happen? Uh, you can't, we went up in the attic, you can't see any kind of leak at all, but it's close to the outer wall of our home. So it could be from the eaves or fascia or something dripping down in to that wall. So right there at the baseboard, it just leaked. We got up. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday now, and water was everywhere. So that was quite a scene. My husband and me in our pajamas, him in his underwear, me in my nightgown, trying to clean up this mess, vacuuming, getting towels and all. But we called our insurance, and they take their sweet time. Um, who knows when they're going to send an adjuster out, and we've called a couple of roofing companies, and they're slow too. I guess they're being inundated with calls. But we believe there was some hail. We've got one cracked window, and there was little mini tornadoes all around the area that day. So I don't know what happened, but it's not fun. It really isn't fun. So now we're worried that if another torrential rain happens, that we're going to get all wet again. So my husband wanted to go on the roof. He's 73 years old. He wanted to get up on the roof, and we have high roofs. We have very high ceilings. And he was feeling dizzy yesterday, and he was like, "I'm going to get on the roof because it's going to rain, and he's going to staple some plastic. We bought a roll of plastic, and he's going to, on the area where we think it's leaking, he's going to get up there and staple it." And I'm like, "No, you were feeling dizzy today. I'm not having you on a roof. I will not hold the ladder." And I said, "Let me call our daughter. Let me call her." So I called her, and she had her husband over to our house within an hour. So he got up on the roof and stapled in the areas where it's leaking, stapled this plastic, this heavy plastic. And my husband stood on the ladder, and he stapled the bottom part of it. So they did it together. And it was supposed to rain heavy last night, and that didn't happen. So thank goodness that didn't happen. We didn't test out the plastic to see if it's working. It drizzled a little bit, but it didn't come in. So thank goodness for that. So, we're dealing with those things. So there's a lot going on now. Still the Israel-Palestine war going on. And you guys remember when this first started, and I made a video, and I told you there's going to be boots on the ground, that they're going to go, invade boots on the ground. And now that is happening. That has started now. And in my opinion, Netanyahu is doing the same thing to the Palestinian people as, as what was done to the Jewish people. And remember that Netanyahu was charged with fraud, breach of trust, taking bribes. And you think that Trump's investigation has taken a long time? Well, there's a trial been going on in Israel since 2020, a trial. So he was going through this trial for all that. And now, this happened. This distraction happened on his watch. How was he unprepared? How did he not know that was coming down the pike? How did this go on for hours and hours and hours without, police or military coming to answer. So this is a big distraction from the trial, of course. But what I'm getting is more scandals will come to light. So there's more information coming down the pike. And he has blood on his hands. I'm being shown that a high-ranking officer, maybe this is a general, will go against him. And his fate is literally blowing in the wind. That's what I'm seeing. It's literally blowing in the wind. It's going back and forth, back and forth. People have free will, and he's really trying to control the pendulum, which way that it's, going. But his fate, it looks like it's rocking back and forth. I do feel like he could be able to rehabilitate himself through what's happening right now, through this war, but he would have to come out strongly to help the Palestinian people, and that's why I said he has blood. He has blood on his hands because so many innocent people have lost their lives. And I do, I do know we've all seen that the Palestinians are getting aid now because he is letting trucks go in with water, food, medical supplies, and all. This is starting to happen. So he's doing this because he's being pressured, not out of concern for them. I feel like that, if he could wipe Palestinians off the map, he would do that. That's what he would like to do. But because of the pressure he's under, and even Jewish people are saying enough with the bombing, enough with killing innocent people and children. There's a 50-50 chance that he'll be a war criminal, and there's a 50% chance that he'll go down as a hero also. So he's hoping to be a hero, I'm sure, and he understands that he has to provide aid, and that's part of making him look like a good guy. But he's responsible for over 8,000 innocent people being slaughtered by Israel. He's responsible for that, and if that's not a crime, I don't know what is. 1,400 Israelis lost their lives that day. They're innocent people too, but tit for tat, it doesn't, to me, that's just not the way to do things. So we'll see what's going to go down with that. But I don't see a clear-cut avenue for him being, being a war criminal, put it that way. I feel like he is. But yeah, it's just flowing. I'm just seeing it blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. It can go either way because people have free will, you guys, and it's just not been decided. That's what I'm getting. It's just not been decided yet. So he can help himself and help the people of Palestine. I hope he does that. So Trump is scheduled to testify on Monday, November the 6th. But first, his children are going to testify this week. And there are states that are trying to kick Trump off the ballot. Colorado's having a trial on that today. And I think it's being broadcast. I think it's a live trial. I think you can hear it. And that's going on. They really, really want to kick him off the ballot. They really do. I'm being shown, I'm getting this. Somebody has cold feet. So somebody's not, this may go all the way to the Supreme Court. Um, and I feel like what will happen is because Trump hasn't been found guilty yet, that they would be prejudging him by keeping him off the ballot. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that's not true, um, but that's what I'm getting. But you would think that a state would have a right to kick somebody off their ballot, but they're kind of like trying the case of Donald Trump being an insurrectionist in the court without him being able to defend himself right now. So, anyway, he's not been found guilty of that. I mean, we all saw it. We all know that he's guilty of that, but in a court of law, he hasn't been found guilty. So, it may be that he stays on the ballot. Yeah. And we also have other states that are going to try to do the same thing. There's Michigan, New Hampshire, Arizona. They're kind of iffy. It's not going well there, but we'll see. Yeah. So going back to the New York fraud case, Trump's children are going to testify. Ivanka did not want to testify. She did not. She tried really hard not to. She wanted to get out of it, but, Judge Enron, I think his name is, he said, you got to testify, girl. So she's going to do that. Wednesday, they start off with Donald Trump Jr. testifying, and he's such a little shit, y'all. He's a smart ass. He really is. Sorry, but that's the way I see him. He's a smart ass. And I feel like he'll answer the questions. He has no problem being a smart ass, and if he's got to lie, he'll lie. But it'll come back to bite him in the ass, That's what's going to happen because he's just a smart ass. Eric Trump, he testifies next. That's on Thursday. I feel like that he'll just plead the fifth because he's a bit more timid, He's not as outspoken and smart alecky as his brother. And then Friday, Ivanka, she'll testify. She wants to appear above everything, that she's very innocent. And if she pleads the fifth, there's an assumption that she's done something wrong, that she's hiding something, and that she could get in trouble for it. So, I'm being told that she has a great memory. She has a great memory. She's very smart. And, she's not included in this fraud case. She got out of it because she stopped doing business in 2017. She went on to go to Washington with her dad, and so she got out of it because statute of limitations ran out on her. So something to that effect. I'm not an attorney, so. But I do see her testifying and trying to play innocent. So I don't see her pleading the fifth. I just see her as trying to plead innocent. I'm so innocent. I'm beautiful and innocent. And then the next Monday, so that's on Friday, so the next Monday, and that'll be November the 6th, I guess. Can y'all believe it's going to be November? Oh my gosh. Trump is scheduled to testify. Wouldn't that be awesome if we could watch that, if a video camera was allowed to be in that courthouse and we could watch this? I wish I could see this. I wish I could watch him testify. But bad news, no cameras are allowed. So Trump's attorneys, his lawyers, they're telling him to plead the fifth. They're telling him, don't even open your mouth. But you know him, he doesn't really take advice from his attorneys. He doesn't listen to good advice. In his mind, he's done nothing excuse me, he's done nothing wrong. And, he wants to say, I've done nothing wrong. But his attorneys understand that he's not going to have a chance to say that. They're going to ask him point blank questions about certain things, and he's not going to be able to have big explanations. They're going to look for like yes and no answers. But in his mind, he doesn't even care what the outcome is. I mean, he cares, but he's looking to a long range time because he's going to appeal the judge's ruling and ask for a stay. He'll post a bond, ask for a stay, kick the can down the road, and that's what he does. That's what he does all the time. So that's what he'll do. I mean, of course, at one point or another, it'll catch up, but it'll take so much time. And then he's thinking, I'll be president and I could fix all this mess when I'm president. So even though his representatives are telling him plead the fifth, I don't know if he's going to listen to this advice because that's where his mind is at. I'm kind of feeling like he's so pissed that he might plead the fifth because he's just so pissed. He doesn't even want to talk to them or nothing. And I mean, how mad does Trump have to get not to talk? Pretty mad, right? So, yeah. He may just plead the fifth, y'all. I'm just seeing, like I said, I know he loves to talk and he wants to, and he might actually listen this time. Okay. So, I know you guys heard that George Santos, there's supposed to be a vote on whether or not to expel him. I mean, gosh, if he had a shred of dignity, he would step down, but of course he doesn't. And he's lied on so many things. And the Republicans know that he's lied, even though, he's indicted on like 23 federal crimes. And even though he hasn't been found guilty yet of all of them, they know he's lied. They know how much he's lied. And he's a terrible representative for New York. He really is. But Speaker Johnson is saying that Santos should have due process. So, I don't really see him leaving. I think, I don't know, maybe they don't vote on expelling him at all. But they should. I wish he was leaving, but he's a vote they can control. So, that's the deal. And then there's Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's up to be censured. But I feel like she's going to be protected. Did y'all see, they had a whole list of all the things that she has said to be censured. It took like 10 minutes to go through the whole list. But I'm just feeling like she's going to be protected. The chamber can vote to not vote. Isn't that weird? They can vote to not vote, to just table it. We don't want it. We're not going to deal with that. So they may just make that go away. Just table it. So I don't know. I feel like she's going to be protected. I don't know how they could protect Santos, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know how they can do that and with a straight face, but they've done it. They've done it. Thank goodness that they found that man in Maine, the one that killed 18 people and injured 20 something. Every time throughout those 48 hours that they were looking for him, it kept coming on the TV that there was a manhunt for him and everybody had to stay in. And I kept telling my husband, he's already dead. He's committed suicide. They're going to find his body. They need to go look in the woods. Go look in the woods, because his car was near the woods, and I knew that he was already gone. And I'm, so happy that the people can now be relieved. That's relief for them, and they can start mourning and getting on with their lives. It's such a sad thing that happened, and my prayers are with everyone that's been touched by this tragedy. God bless you all. So we found out this weekend that Matthew Perry has crossed over. He's a beloved Friends star. It's so funny. I never really watched Friends. I know that might be hard to believe, but that's not something me and my husband ever really watched. My kids watched it a lot and everything, but we really never watched it. So what I'm getting is that before he got into that jacuzzi, he was not feeling good. So I feel like there was something wrong with him already before he got in there. He wasn't feeling good. Um, I think he did take something, and it has had affected him, and he was not feeling good. I don't think that he meant to do this to himself, but they're going to find out that what he took contributed to his death, basically. But he wasn't feeling good before he got in that jacuzzi. I wish there would have been somebody there that would have said, "Don't go in there, don't do that," because he was feeling bad already, unfortunately. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm out of here. I'm going to get some work done here. It's Monday. It's a work day. Oh gosh, y'all! I told you how cold it was. I have made I made green chili over the weekend. Before it got really cold, I already had the chili going. And then yesterday, I made potato corn chowder. My mother used to make a corn chowder, but I like to put potato in it and make it a little more hearty, and lots of bacon. Lots of bacon. My husband, since he was raised a Muslim, he's kind of not happy about having bacon, although he will eat a slice of bacon. You know, he's not a practicing Muslim, but still it's in his head, you don't eat pork, don't eat pork. The only thing he likes on his pizza is ham, is Canadian bacon. He likes that with pineapple. It's his favorite. So it's not like he won't eat it, he will, but especially bacon, because it's very fat, it's very greasy and fat, but he does, when I cook it, he'll go, "I'll just have one piece." And I'm like, "Yeah, because it smells so good, right?" So I chopped up a whole bunch of bacon and fried it in there, and he saw what I was doing. He was like, "You're putting bacon in there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what makes it taste good." So I fried up a bunch of chopped up bacon in there, and onion and celery. I put cream corn, potatoes, evaporated milk, chicken broth, and all, and let it cook and simmer, and it was good. I didn't eat it. I took one bite of it. I'm not eating potatoes. I'm not eating any carbs, so I didn't eat it myself. But I did taste it. It tasted really good. I just tasted just one spoon. But I ate a salad. It was cold. It was cold outside, and I had a salad, y'all. I am trying. I've lost 7 pounds since I started this diet. It's like keto, but maybe not as fat geared. It's more don't eat packaged foods. Not even those fat bombs that they make. Those keto friendly packaged foods. You don't eat those. You don't eat any packaged foods at all. So it's more about eating healthy and low carb healthy eating, but not fat. So anyway, I had a salad. So I've got this huge pot of potato corn chowder to eat tonight because my grandsons weren't home yesterday, so they're going to come and eat it tonight. I said, "Oh, y'all are eating this tonight because I'm not going to cook again. Y'all are going to finish this first." And that's the great thing about the weather changing. You can make something different to eat: soups, stews, chilies. I love those kind of things. I did eat the chili. It was green chili. I made it with cilantro, a bunch of peppers, green peppers, those mild chilies that you can buy in a can, a couple of cans of those, and salsa verde, a big jar of that. I got 2 jars of salsa verde and put it in there. So those are tomatillas, with cilantro and all that. But the mild one, very mild. But I'll tell you what, and white navy beans, I did put a little bit of carb in that, but not a whole lot. And then I got a bottle of Beano. And I took the Beano before I ate the bowl of chili. And that did help. But next time I'll take two Beanos, I think, because I am not good with beans at all. But it does help. If y'all have ever tried Beano, it helps. It really does. It helped my husband a whole lot too, but just don't eat a whole lot of it. So that was, that was on my diet because it was pretty low carb. And I actually put turkey. I didn't put beef in it. I used turkey in my green chili. So, but yeah, you definitely need Beano with it. I do anyway. So it's a lot of fun, making some new foods. And I wish I could eat the bread and the soups and all that, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to break my diet on Thanksgiving. That's what I've told myself. Uh, my daughter said, "Are you going to break your diet on Halloween? We're going to have candy here." And I'm like, "Nope, I'm not. I'm not eating candy. I can have candy any time of the day. If I want it, I can get it. It's not a big deal." Although I like chocolate a whole lot, I've been going without it now. This is 4 weeks I've been on my diet. So this is the fourth week. On Thursday, it'll be exactly 4 weeks, I guess. And like I said, only 7 pounds, so it's coming off real slow, really, really slow. My son-in-law that came over to help with the roof, he has lost like 42 pounds. He's been doing keto and got off sugar and carbs and everything, and he just fell off him. The weight just fell off him. He's 6'2", and he's weighing like 208 pounds right now. So he looks pretty trim. He looks pretty good. He's looking pretty skinny. And yeah, he might be able to start eating a few carbs pretty quick here. So low carb does work, especially for men. Isn't that crazy? My daughter has lost maybe 30 pounds, and he's lost 40 pounds. So it's not fair, but that's how it is, right? Guys lose weight a lot faster than women. It's because they got a lot of muscle on them, and they can, I don't know, maybe it's testosterone. Who knows? All right, guys, I'm going to say I'm out of here. I'm going to go get something done in the house, go do some cleaning and work, go mop the floors. If you would like to get a reading with me, look down below. I'll leave my email address. If you would like to get a chakra balancing, energy cleanse, if you need a healing session, any kind of reading that you need. Some people like to just ask questions, and that's fine. I can just ask questions. I can do a Celtic cross, I can do a love reading, whatever you feel that you need. I'm here for you. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you.